So now we're going to take a look at three different applications of the right-hand rule. And in the first one, we got a positive charge that's going to be moving to the left, and it's going to enter a magnetic field that's directed upward. And the question is, what is the direction of the force? And so in this case, again, we're going to line up our fingers in the direction of the magnetic field. Notice we got a lot of options which way we can rotate it that all have my fingers pointing up, but we need our thumb to point to the left. And for a positive charge, again, the force comes out the palm, which is into the board in this case. So I'm going to write into the page, because you're most likely going to see this, into the screen or into the page of a book or something like that, or into the board in this case. So for the next one, for a negative charge, it would work exactly the same way. And again, make sure you're using right hand. So fingers in the direction of the magnetic field, thumb in the direction of the velocity, but instead of coming out the palm, for a negative charge, it's the opposite direction coming out the back of the hand, which would now be out of the page. Okay, so similar to the ones we saw. Now, we live in a three-dimensional world, and all of these are inherently three-dimensional problems. And so what if your magnetic field or your velocity, instead of being up, down, left, or right, is either coming out of the page itself or into the page? We need a way to represent that. And it turns out that for something out of the page, it's represented by a dot, or by a dot with a circle around it, same diff. Those mean directly out of the page coming out towards you. So, and then it turns out going into the page is represented by an X, like it's the tail of an arrow going into the board, so to speak. And it's either an X or it's an X, once again, with a circle around it. Either of those would mean something is being directed straight into the board. All right, so in this next example here, we've got a positive charge with a velocity that's pointing up, encountering a magnetic field that is directed out of the board. And so if we apply our right-hand rule, so first thing, I'm going to have to get my fingers pointing out this direction in some way, shape, or form out of the board. So, and then I need my thumb to point up. And so my hand is going to be oriented in just such a fashion with the magnetic force coming out the palm for a positive charge and directed off to the right in this case.